So now what do we do? Okay, this is where we're going to talk on diets. Diets have a place. They actually have a place and a purpose, okay? And if you turn a couple pages, our ebook talks on 25 different diets, including the HCG, and we don't just talk about our opinion on it, we quote researchers. I actually had a client in my web development business, this is how I learned about HCG, that did it. They're local, and I've had friends do it very successfully. But just like what was spoken, losing weight doesn't tell you if it's the muscle or the fat. And when I heard 500 calories a day, I freak out. If my body only burns 1,200 calories a day. If I want to lose weight, I'm like, what? I have to have less than that? I can't have my cake. You know, you really don't get a lot with 500 calories. You really don't. But we don't just diss on these diets. Everybody sees Atkins and they're like, ah! Okay, you have to, if you're going to use Atkins, it has to be done with caution. You really have to. I think we put in there, it was actually my mom went to a doctor, and the doctor said, if you're daring to go on it, only 30 days. Only 30 days. But now, how are diets used? Two things. Anyone have a high school reunion this year? Weddings this year? Any special events this year?
Bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah? I heard bar mitzvah, and I know why you put your resolution off. My friend just had her daughter's bat mitzvah, and that's a lot of stress. You typically will use a diet to lose weight for one event. That's perfect if you're realistic with yourself. To know that after that event, your purpose for losing the weight, you're now going to gain it all back. Because you're going to go back to your habits again. You're going to go back to the way you were. You're going to quit working out. You're going to quit going to the gym. And you may keep it off for a couple months, but mostly after that event, that's been your motivation factor. And typically people are like, well, when that event is over, I'm on a fast right now. I can't wait for the wedding so that I can have my piece of cake. You know, I can't have cake right now. The other reason, which is the reason I use, and I actually heard over here with the HCG, I'll use like a Nutrisystem. Well, I'm a Weight Watchers don't. They actually had me stand up because I gained weight. You're not supposed to have 4 plates of food before you go weigh in. But they're good for giving you reality checks. If I get away from eating right, if I get away from having the right foods, the right portions, when you go to restaurants, you need a 9-inch plate to eat off of. Restaurants do not use 9 inches as their standard. And when you get served, I've had chicken meals where it comes with 2 chicken breasts. That's double portion everything. After you've already been served the bread and the salad, and by the way, you're going to have dessert. In fact, when I went to restaurants, I used to go, give me the dessert menu first so I can tell you what I'm going to eat, because I'm going to base the meal off the dessert because I'm a sweet tooth person. Okay? And you really have to get back though visually. So I will do like a Diets to Go, which is a meal delivery system, or anything that will send me proper portions. I don't cook, that's the other thing. I'm not domesticated by any sense of the word. But it will give my eyes, okay, this is the proper portion. This is what I'm supposed to be having. Jenny Craig, the counselors will teach you and talk you through the systems, but can you afford Jenny Craig for life? You need to use them as learning tools. What is this diet teaching me? And it's a great way to kickstart eating healthy, but you really do need to make changes as you go along. Now, I showed you the 25 diets that we covered in the ebook, but one of the other things that we kind of cover, the reason that resolutions get busted is we're our own worst enemies. That's why we don't like resolution word anymore. We have excuses that we give. We have myths out there, weight loss myths that we've bought into, that the initial start of them was from that time, that era, or it started some obsolete way. We cover all of those in our ebook. I don't have enough time to cover it. It's like a 200-page ebook. But we debunk those. One of the other things is we have pre-programming. And if you flip over the page, I'll try to give you information you can take with you. Here's some ideas of pre-programming. We know about our excuses. We know about weight loss myths. But what about pre-programming? This is something that we get from child. My grandmother lived with us when I was from 3 to 13, and she came from the farm. And she did family-style meals, big plates and bowls in front of you. You don't want to do that, by the way, because you will keep filling your plate up. It's best to have a served plate. But her thing, you don't get up from that table until...
Plate's clear.
Oh, you've heard that. Yeah. And what are some others? Okay, I have to eat everything on my plate. I have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at specific times with no snacks between my meals. Why? Because if you eat a snack now, you'll ruin dinner. Okay? But 5 and 6 meals a day is actually healthier for you to take your energy throughout the day. Okay, some other ideas is you eat when everybody else eats, and whatever is put in front of you at the table, you'll eat it. Otherwise, your mama doesn't think you like her cooking. Okay, I was a picky eater. Mom had to put hot dogs and mac and cheese in front of me every night. Not necessarily the best, but that's what the daughter will eat. Well, no, we got to train our kids. We have to train our kids to eat, and then we have to retrain ourselves. So I gave you a few of them that we have to unprogram ourselves.